We are we 12 days out postpartum? I think so. I think it was 11 yesterday, so anyway, almost 2 weeks. On Tuesday it will be 2 weeks, but we're doing good. She's doing really well. So far an easy baby, but every time I say that, I just know I'm asking for trouble in the future. So I'm a little bit reluctant to say that. Doing the nursing, I had planned on using cloth diapers. So far, she was so tiny. So she was born at 5.2 pounds and she dropped to 4.12, and now she's up to 4.15. But with that said, she still does not fit in the cloth diapers. Like, they just leak no matter what. And then so far I found that Huggies diapers works the best for her. She doesn't have like the blowouts and the leakage and such. Pampers was like a no-go. It was constant struggle with them. So eventually we'll move to the cloth diapers when she gets a little bit bigger, but she's just so tiny. She's incredibly small. She's really long though, so like she was born at 18.5 inches, and then a week later, because we had to go do a weight check at the doctor since she had lost almost 7%, like 6.9% of her birth weight. So when she did that, in order to like not have to stay in the hospital, we needed to either go to the hospital and do a weight check or see her pediatrician, which luckily I was able to get in with her pediatrician like at the same day that the hospital wanted us to come back. My hair is itching me. There was a point to that. Oh, anyway, so they measured her, and she measured half an inch longer. I was gonna say taller, but longer. So now she's 19 inches and 4.125. Monday she has another appointment. We can do another weight check and kind of see where she's at, because we're really wanting to get to birth weight. But I think she probably will, if not like it go beyond that. She's got a really full belly. Most of the time is milk drunk. She sleeps a lot. And we went for a walk today. Like, it was our first time to just like put her in the stroller and just go walk around the block, which, you know, I'm trying to do that for me so I can like start losing the weight. I know I've put a lot of pressure on myself about that, but it's just who I am. I'm very like, when I know that I have a goal, then I'm very much like want to go after it. And so postpartum is very hard for me because I don't get to, like, physically I know I can't. I know it's not in my best interest. And then also, you know, like my hips hurt, and apparently I was babying my knee, which I didn't realize until now that I don't have the baby and the baby weight and all that stuff, that it keeps like wanting to pop out place, which is kind of crazy. We went for our first walk and I went around the block, and that's all I could do. It's also hot, but still went around the block. Her nightly routine, she's pretty much got her hours set for her eating, so we really had to work on that because she was not waking up at all to eat. And so we started out at like every 3 hours, and she's moved us into like 2.5 hours. Usually she's waking up between like 11 and 12, and then again at around like 2 to 3, and then she's hitting that 5 to 6 o'clock. So not really that bad. And she doesn't like completely wake up. She wakes up, she eats, changes the diaper, I burp her, and then I put her back down. She's really good about going back down. She goes right back to sleep. So hopefully we continue that pattern. On the nursing home front, the only frustration I would say that I had in the hospital, because I was very leery about going to a hospital. I had my last daughter at a birthing spa, and I really wanted to stay away from hospitals, and here in Mississippi that's just not an option. So I went to a hospital that I really like. I threw a fit about the entire time. Poor Matt had to listen to me complain about this because I was just like not comfortable going there. But it turned out to be great. Only negative, I'll say, because everything else was really positive. Because she was dropping weight, they were really pushing like supplementing with formula, and then secondly breast milk, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. I didn't feel like she needed to supplement. You know, it's like very normal for babies to lose weight after giving birth, so I just didn't feel like I knew she was getting milk. I could see it on her mouth. So I just didn't feel like it was necessary, but it was kind of pushed a little bit to do that. So I did end up supplementing while in the hospital. I supplemented twice, meaning I nursed her, and then after I nursed her, I gave her formula. And that was the worst thing I could have done, because that night, her and I were up all night long. I got 15 minutes of sleep. It was so bad. The formula was like hurting her belly, and she was crying and fussy, and she wasn't her normal self, and that was just like a day old, which was like unbelievable that you could see such a difference, which is something I swear by with breast milk, is that it's just easier on your baby. Other reasons, it's just, we would have definitely had a colicky issue going that route, but that was pushed a little bit. And then, then we were released, and I didn't do any more of the supplementing, not even with my own breast milk. The day I came home, I was starting to become engorged, and I stayed engorged for about almost 3 days. I ended up having to pump to like release some of that, which was cool because I've never done that, and I had like a hand pump. In the past I have pumped with an electric pump, but it didn't go well at all. And I don't know, something about that electric pump going off, just like that, drove me insane. So I'd much rather have the handheld pump, like 10 minutes on each side. I can handle that. I'm supposed to be resting anyway. Did that and got past the engorged days. I don't know how you would say that, but like getting past me being engorged, and then everything's kind of worked out and been pretty smooth. She's just laying here, and she sleeps by herself. I try to like put her down when she's sleeping, and when she's waking up, then you like pick her up and talk, engage her as much as we possibly can, as much as she will at this point. She is starting to wake up a little bit more, but that's really it. And I'll be back to do a birth story, because everybody loves birth stories, and she has a very interesting one. So can't wait to share it.